while we're waiting for the top of the hour, I'm going to just do a little sound healing just to get my energy and the energy in this room in a better place, in a more positive place. This is the bell that I've had for more than a decade. That is a very special bell that was selected for me by Mangku here in Bali. And this is actually a bowl that belongs to Mangku that he has given to me to use. And I hope that these frequencies will inspire each of you to be more in tune with what is going on in your life. And we do have many new viewers. Last week we had the highest number that we've ever had. So there are a number of you who may not fully understand or may need to feel that you require catching up a little bit. So I encourage you to download our app. It's a free app, Rainbow Healing Cards, and to go to my website which is fullerlife.com, and also to check out our Facebook page, which is Rainbow Healing Cards. And you can understand, we also invite you to join our private group, which is New Life Journey. Over a year ago, Stephen and I had the idea to have a challenge, a New Life challenge, to inspire you to really focus on what's going on in your life. And we had a protocol, and after we complete that 30-day transformation, we are set to then do the same thing over and over on our journey. And many of you have completed this with us and have been with us this whole time. And we love you, we appreciate you, and are so happy that we are doing this together. So I think it is the top of the hour, and today is such a special, special day. This is a day, Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all of you mothers, and to all of you who are inspiring others, because that is what this is all about. Every single one of us is a miracle. Every single one of you, listening and elsewhere, is a miracle in yourself. Celebrate you. Celebrate your transformation. I celebrate the fact that you are choosing to spend this time with me and with all of us actually, because you have a choice how to spend every single moment. Now, those of you who have been with us a long time know that I get emotional. I get Gary Young's leaky eye syndrome. I caught it from him, I think, when I began unlocking my emotions by using his beautiful essential oils. And I have around me today lots of crystals and oils, as always. And I felt that it would be very important to use geranium. If you have oils around you, apply whatever you have. And if you have the same ones I do, that's wonderful too. So I'm so happy to see so many hearts coming by and so many more of you joining us. I can't read them and talk at the same time. But I'm going to apply the geranium because this morning, my cards, I selected my cards. I did that on the app, and then I pulled out my cards to show you. My first one was the forgiveness, which is all about clearing out the blocks. And it is anchored by this essential oil of geranium. So I am applying an extra coating of the geranium and bringing it in right now, breathing, and intending that it move everywhere throughout my entire being, clearing the blocks at all levels: physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, and energetic. When we have blocks, and we all have them, but when we have blocks, then everything stops or it is impeded. We have had a situation here where we had a major storm 2 nights ago. It did knock out the electricity for a while. And when the electricity came back on, it was blocked. It was kind of brownout, which caused our water pump to burn out because it could not pump the water out of our well. So one block affects another. It is all cumulative. The positive things we do and the things that are less positive. So this week, it occurred to me, and whether this is one video, 1 week, or whether it turns into a series, depending upon what comes out, emerging from the cocoon, emerging from your cocoon. In a sense, every single one of us has been in a cocoon as we've had to stay in our homes. Many of us, far more than ever in our entire lives, have we stayed in one place. And it has been a series of things. It's been some positive things. It's been just adjustments. And change is always going to be a period where we have to make some new choices. Well, we've all been in here for a long time. Those of you who chose to join us on our Gary series, Growing Actively, Refining Yourself, we have been really focusing on the refinement list. This is on the app too, for those of you who are new. But really paying attention, focusing on those things that you choose to have in your life and those things that you choose not to have, just absolutely will not allow. Well, as many of you are ready to embark on going out into the outer world, you're going to be released from this cocoon. The question is, what have you learned? Or what decisions have you made? How have you changed during this period of confinement or cocooning? I love to think of cocooning because I think of the butterfly, the caterpillar which spins its cocoon and stays in there through this period of metamorphosis, this transformation, and breaks out as that beautiful butterfly, capable of flying, absolute beauty for everyone to behold. Now, as we choose, as we begin to come out of our cocoon, how are you going to be? What choices will you make that are different? Will you choose to attempt to go back to everything you did before, the way you did it before? Or have you been inspired to look at things in a slightly different way? For many of us, it may be a majorly different way. The idea is that change is always, always, always a challenge, because most of us choose to hold on to whatever we have been doing, to think about things the way we have always done them, because they are comfortable. They may not have been productive, but they're comfortable. And breaking out of the mold takes courage. We have oils for that. Valor Blend is a great one to choose to give you the courage to make those changes when we begin going out of the safety of our cocoon, to actually integrate these things that we have learned. And as I said, if you have not been doing this for a long time, take the time to write down those things. Write them in your handwriting. You can write them in your phone with your app as well. But to write those things that truly, truly you do choose to manifest in your life, in your experience, the way you choose to experience. And to take note of those things that you really do not choose to have as a part of your life. Some of those things may have been very high part of your life, consuming part of your life. How are you going to choose now? Will you choose to continue the way that you were, or to attempt? Remember, the outer world has also changed as we have been changing and experiencing things in our cocoon. And it really is a choice. Now, we have been focusing so much in the last 30 to 60 days on the first 4 glyphs of the rainbow healing, because they're all about the preparation, that clearing the blocks, the geranium essential oil that will help us clear out those blocks that we have for allowing things to change, making sure that we are prepared. These first 4 are all about preparing us for the next step, because the second step was the lavender essential oil, and the lavender essential oil with the amethyst crystal can enhance our ability to have our own true energy signature. When we have our own energy, we are powerful beings, and we have healthy cells and molecules at the physical level. This is all about the physical level as well as the mental, emotional, and spiritual levels. Because what is happening out in our energy field is actually happening in our physical bodies. And our physical form is like a history. It records everything that you have experienced in your life. So as we become more and more of running our true energy, we have increased our potential incredibly, exponentially. And then to really take off our masks, look at who we are. This is what the refinement list, what growing, actively refining yourself is all about. It's about first being strong enough to look at ourselves and begin to understand that we may be very different inside from what we have been presenting to the outer world. Would you agree with me? I know that most of my life, I truly, truly believed I was a great competitor. However, I have learned in the last 20 years, during the time that I have been developing Rainbow Healing System, and this focus on growing, actively refining myself, that I really was not a competitive person in any way. And it went totally against who I was. So that next step in our real preparation is the compassion, the nurturing of self, because we all do things that we would love to go back and do differently. That's not possible. It is possible to forgive ourselves and to learn from every experience and to nurture who we are at this moment, so that as we reach that next level, which many of you are ready to break out of the cocoon, it's like birth. It's no surprise that this is happening on Mother's Day, because this truly is like the rebirth of who you are. And it is that change. It is the the orange essential oil anchoring this frequency of change. And change is difficult for most of us, because we do attempt to hold on to the way things were. We don't know what we will experience as we open the doors to our homes and venture out into this new life journey. Not one of us really knows what is going to happen. So it's all about staying in our sacred space. Where will you get the best advice on what you require at any given moment? It comes from your connection, your heart connection with the source, the creator, whatever your idea, your concept is of that which created you and everything. You and the creator, I call this the source, know exactly what you require at any given moment. This is why I carry Sacred Mountain with me all the time, because I feel that this is a blend that Gary Young created, a very high frequency blend that assists me in making that connection stronger and stronger, and in continually reminding me. That's what our checking in is all about too. So you select the oil or blend that you choose to have for this sacred experience, this experience of your communion with the source, the creator, and intend that that connection becomes stronger and stronger to allow you to make choices, better choices. We all make some choices that we wish we had made differently, and the thing is that they're over. We have a choice in this moment. Stephen loves to say choice, right? Is C-H-O-I-C-E. And right in the middle of that word is O-I-C. And as we make our choices, we see more choices. Now, I believe that each of us has the opportunity. And as we know, I never am without belief in my belief showers, because our belief in what we're doing will give us clarity. It will give us the grounding. I'm naming some blends for those of you who may be thinking, oh, I need that blend too. I have clarity and grounding sitting right here on my table, right in front of me, because I've used them. Some of us may feel that we require more white angelica, which was created by Gary as a protective shield. This is going to be so important, whether you're using white angelica, whether it's the Sacred Mountain that is going to keep you focused on checking in, paying attention as you go back out into the world, paying attention to what your choices are. in each moment. And whether you choose to make different choices or whether you choose to continue making the ones that you made before. As I said, we all have this opportunity. This is this is like a second birthing. Because we have this opportunity now where we have had an unprecedented period of time alone, where we were not out in the environment that we have grown so accustomed to. And we have all grown and changed during this experience. And now it's getting close to that time to find out who we are. I encourage you to write more and more, to journal as you're paying attention to what is going on, to check that alignment. You can find, to check in with yourself multiple times daily, to really pay attention to what your energy level is, to where you are, to what you're doing, to whether things have come in, and what you can do about it. What decisions you and the source feel can be made so that you can gently move through this period, this transition, and emerge as that gorgeous butterfly, able to fly high in a way that you may never have dreamed possible. So I challenge you this week to take that time, check in with yourself, write down in the mornings, do a little sleuthing, a little detective work, morning and night, and determine what it is you are choosing to have in your life at this time. And I look forward to seeing you again next Sunday. Have a beautiful day of growth and celebration of who you are, who you have become.